Hi guys, we're going to solve question number 1 here. Find the solution to the system of equations by graphing. So you'll notice that both these equations are in slope-intercept form, which means they're ready to be graphed. We need to graph them and see what happens. Now there's 3 things that can happen. The first thing is that we could graph both the lines and they would cross at a coordinate. If this happens, we'd say that the solution has one solution. The system has one solution. The second thing that can happen is we could graph the two lines and they could be parallel. Right? That means they never intersect or never touch. If this happens, we would say that the system has no solutions. And the last thing that can happen is we could graph them and the two lines could overlap, which means they would be on top of each other. If this happens, we'd say that the system has infinite solutions. All right, so let's take a look at our equations here. Let me change the color. So it's in y equals mx plus b, which means that the first number is our slope, and we need to make it a fraction if it's not one. And our second number is our y-intercept. So it's telling us to start at -3 on the y line, right? Remember, this is the y line, this is the x line. So -3 on the y line, it's telling us to start here. The end of the equation is the start of the graph, right? The fraction number is telling us what to do to make all the rest of the dots. The top number either tells me to go up or down. Since it's positive, it's telling me to go up, and the bottom number always tells me to go positive direction, which is to the right. So it's telling me to go up 3 and over 1. So I'm going to keep following that pattern until I run out of room. Just counting up 3 and over 1, right, to the right one. Once I run out of room, and if I do it again, I'll be off the graph, right? Go back to where you started. I'm going to do the opposite. Instead of going up 3, I'm going to go down 3. Instead of going right 1, I'm going to go left 1. So it looks like if I do it again, I'll be off the graph. So once I got all my dots on there, I want to draw a line that goes through all the dots. So my line will look something like this if you need to adjust it a little bit. All right. Let me make our arrows on here. So that's my first line. The second line, let me change the colors here. It's telling me to start at +4 on the y, right? So +4 is up here. Always start on the y, not the x. And the fraction is -1 over 2. Remember, the top number tells me to go up or down. Since it's negative, it's telling me to go down 1. And the bottom number always tells me to go right. So it's telling me to go down 1 and right 2. And you'll notice right away that dot overlaps, which means that's what it's going to cross. But I'm going to keep following the pattern. Down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. Once I run out of room, I'm going to go back to where I started and do the opposite. Up 1 and left 2. You'll see how it extends the line, right? It makes the line longer. Up 1, left 2, up 1. All right, once I got all my dots on there, do the same thing. I'm going to draw my line through it. All right, so you'll notice they cross at one point. So since they cross at one point, they have one solution. They cross right here. And when we read a coordinate, remember it's x comma y, right? So the answer to this problem, the solution is 2 comma 3. Now, if I wanted to check it, I could take the 2 and plug it in for the x's in those equations, and I could take the 3 and plug it in for the y's, and it would make both of them equal. So that's one way you could check it if you wanted to, but this is correct, and that is the first solution. Thanks for watching.